Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Salam Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan, tabe selamat linguna latai, salam sujud kerendem melempang adil ka talino bacuramin kasaruga, basanget ka jubata arus. Nah ini adalah kali kedua aku memakai karakter Zepetauku, dan ini adalah kali pertama aku record Genshin, main game di laptop ya, yang mana ini adalah kita pada saat ini akan bermain Genshin Impact. Baiklah, kita akan mulai. Nah kemarin aku ya sebenarnya aku nggak ada rencana buat main Genshin di laptop, tapi setelah ya aku dapat apa ya, usul dukungan gitu dari Bang Denki, nama beliau siapa? Denki kau ya. Jadi aku nonton Bang Denki main Genshin, terus katanya ya download pakai jaringan dan sebagainya. 10.000 katanya, dia 10.000 dapat 100 GB sehari, tetapi aku dapatnya malah 500 GB loh. 500 GB 10.000 sehari 24 jam. Dan inilah dia aku download Genshin Impact. Nah ini bekas kemarin aku, kita kecilin dikit ya. Ini kemarin aku lagi jalanin quest itu. Ini aku sambil belajar ya cara mengoperasionalin di laptop. Jadi aku ya nggak terlalu mahir main di PC gitu. Baiklah, kita jadi pada video ini akan memainkan quest Lantern Rite ya, tahun baru Cina gitulah. Nah seiring dengan Lantern Rite yang hampir tiba, kamu dan Paimon kembali ke Liyue Harbor untuk bersiap-siap menikmati festival ini dengan teman lama maupun baru. Menuju quest, ada karakter yang sedang terlibat dalam quest lain, silahkan melihat rincian. Shangling. Kalian tidak menyangka akan melihat wujud manusia Cloud Retainer yang ingin mengunjungi murid-muridnya di Liyue Harbor. Temani dia menuju ke sana. Ini quest apa? Quest story Shangling. Baiklah, karena kita terpaksa menjalankan sedikit quest Shangling dulu untuk melepaskan supaya Shanglingnya bisa ikut kita dalam festival Lantern Rite. Oh iya, perkenalan kita belum ya. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Radi. You can call me Radi. I'm a Vtuber ID. I am a timekeeper in the supernatural world from the Kingdom of Nagara Dipa. Hajime mashite, watashi wa Radi desu. Vtuber ID desu. Watashi wa apaku kara kita minai segai no banin desu. Ahlan, ismi Radi. Ana Vtuber ID. Ana Haris al-Waqti fi alamil ghaib min mamlakah Nagara Dipa. Hajimemashite, watashi wa Radi desu. Vtuber ID desu, watashi wa... tadi sudah ya bahasa Jepang. Ada agak error.
Relax.
Selanjutnya bahasa Thailand.
Listen, let me tell you how it is.
Hehehe, pencet. Sautikap, Pom Che Radi, Pom Pen, Vtuber ID, Pom Pen, Puraksa, Wela Tilok Timok Mihen.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
Baiklah. Di manakah Xianglingnya berada? Dalam sini. Enggak.
I think I may have... Liyue people must have iron stomachs.
Cheap and tasty chop suey.
Aduh. Aduh. Mohon diajarkan ya, aku lagi belajar, bingung cara pencet gimana? Pencet spasi. Oh, di belakang sini.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating human. Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with them, you mean...
Membereskan apa?
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
Oh, how should Paimon put this?
Masuk akal?
Oh, a sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you integrate so well into human society.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Ini Xiangyun atau Xiangling?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
Ini Xiangyun ini bannernya pertama kali tahun kemarin ya. Berarti aku dapat Xiangyun ini sudah setahun berarti. Dan juga sama Nahida setahun ya. Wah, nggak kerasa ya, berarti apa MTO Chang dan apa yang region baru itu yang Liyue kesambung ke Fontaine itu sudah setahun. Wow, waktu berjalan begitu cepat.
I see. Just as expected of Master.
Dia tuh kangen banget sama kalian berdua. Yeah.
I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Mengunjungi di gunung.
Oh, you did? Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep one in suspense.
Whoa, her mood shot up just like that.
Dia langsung senang gitu.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Sinerganyu.
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
Sesakti itu namanya sesakti apa?
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's past.
Masa lalu.
Oh?
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
Good topic? Wow, menarik sekali.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter, please proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Dari diri ini.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest.
Bukannya Mooncarver juga bisa kayak terbang gitu ya?
In
Tanpa
response,
diangin.
Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
Ya, alat apaan itu?
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
Apa? Di Liwe ada sepeda listrik? What? Apa-apaan ini? Di Liwe ada sepeda listrik. Di Fonten ada bis air. Di Natlan ada motor. Antam lah.
Oh, you refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only be infused with adeptal energy, and it can cover thousands of miles in one day.
Ditenagai energi adeptus. Jadi pakai energi elemental atau gimana gitu? Atau gimana?
Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver ever supposed he might best me in a contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might, he could barely keep up.
Ya lu kan pakai. Ya baiklah.
Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate turn of events. Anyway, do go on, Shenhe.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Itu sudah akhirnya.
Is that so? Huh. With you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another contest.
Anjay,
What is a race
mengadu
without
ilmu pun
spectators, after
sirna.
all?
Beradu ilmu antam lah. Kayak angling dharma.
Have you been lonely, Master?
Master kesepian, oh kesepian.
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's own self-directed musings can span several days and nights.
Ya mungkin kamu kesepian karena teman-temanmu adalah makhluk fana dan umurnya ya pendek-pendek, dan sedangkan kamu sendiri umurnya ya panjang gitu.
'Tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous. What is the reason for that look upon your face?
Yang kenapa?
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything. But all it took was a few words out of your mouth and it's like you're back to being that illuminated bird again.
Tante burung.
I was just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real Cloud Retainer?
To me, they are both, Master. One is the master that's widely revered by the people, while the other is the master that I respect and adore.
Ini bentar, aku mau matiin itunya dulu ya. Ini kita tutup nanti. Jangan ganggu sama hening. Oke, lanjut lagi. Baiklah.
One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time. One would almost question the sincerity of your estimations.
Ya, karena itu sangatlah jauh, apalagi memanjat.
This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal. Eschew all action and abide by no rule. One does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit, yet one places little weight in such judgments.
She got like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple? And it's as if her ego is about to burst.
Hidungnya langsung terbang setinggi langit.
Do you have any empty tables?
Ya, banyak. Mungkin.
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
Oh iya, Shenhe kerja di sini ya.
Alright, good luck with the lunchtime rush, Shenhe.
Serbuan siang, Shenhe.
I'll try my best.
Ya harus.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
Adegan ini rasanya pernah aku lihat deh. Berasa dejavu, mantap. Wow, apakah aku dejavu? Baiklah, kita lanjut dulu ya. Karena aku merasa pusing, tiba-tiba asa dejavu. Kalau entertainer bisa makan yang gini.
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors. The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration.
Baiklah.
One has already begun to conceptualize the next generation of supreme cuisine machines.
Dia pengen buat mesin yang memasak gitu.
Everything's so tasty! A bit too hot at times, but it's still super tasty.
Kenapa tadi suaranya tiba-tiba hilang?
Oh, I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
Ini nenek
But
Seminggu
it
ya?
smells so
Atau
delightful. Can we really not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Okay, I'll ask around.
Apakah dia akan bergabung dengan kita?
Excuse me, would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so...
Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
Tapi maaf sebelumnya kalau berisik.
Great! Thanks so much. My name is Shuyu, and this is my granny, Yuendai.
Granny?
Yep. Is there something wrong with that?
No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young.
Mudanya di mana?
Yeah, a lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears.
Gaya rambutnya maksudnya kayak muda gitu ya. Kenapa? Ada apa? Ada apa, Nanek Yuandai?
Granny, why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Dia sangat tidak sopan. Ngeliatin wajah orang itu tidak sopan ya teman-teman ya, apalagi
Huh. Have we met before?
ya.
No.
Tis a fated meeting then. Please, take a seat.
Kayaknya mereka pernah bertemu ya, tapi karena mungkin dia agak pikun jadi ya no lah.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you. I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
Aku mau sumur cacing tanah. Ya.
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu.
Ya.
Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that?
Tanyain Gi.
Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Need any help?
Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing.
Ya siapa tahu beliau pernah memang makan.
Actually,
cacing.
her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning.
Orang tuamu kemana?
They died young.
Oh.
It's just me and Granny now.
Jadi sedih. Lalu bagaimana mereka bisa menjalani kehidupan hanya dengan berdua saja?
Oh, but it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
Wow,
Jalani saja
you're
hidup
really
ini.
tough for your age, kid.
Jadi kecil cabai rawit.
You're too kind.
And me? Oh, what about me?
Apanya?
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for me.
Oke.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again? I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
Huh? That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again. You know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times. But just how many times have I had it? Now that I do not remember.
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Oh, does that mean you're possessed?
Kesurupan.
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
Are you sure?
Ya.
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
Huh, you're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Ya.
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me.
Apa?
But not as I am now. My younger self.
Yuandai muda.
A younger version of Granny?
This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave this situation to me.
Are you sure? So, what are your names?
Paimon's Paimon.
Namaku Radi.
Just Shenyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back?
Oh, we don't need any payment for this.
Kami cuma penasaran saja sama cerita kalian dan ingin bantu.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But Miss Shenyun, what exactly can we do to help out this granny? is that dream? Where do we start?
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places, her memories will likely return.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do.
Yata.
The heavens above, the earth below, the wispy clouds, and the emerald mountain streams.
Okay, taking that as a no.
I might have an idea.
Gimana?
Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster.
Wow, mandraguna. Pandekar sakti mandraguna.
If
Macam
it's
mana
true,
tu?
then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something.
Dan buku
A
sejarah.
martial arts heroine? Oh, Shincho knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him. Let's go find him at the Feiyun Commerce Guild.
Bisa.
Are you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Okay.
Street word rambler? Oh, you mean Madam Ping!
Madam Ping. Ya.
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
Apakah setelah ini kita akan bisa
This place, the food is unbelievable.
masuk ke ini? Apakah bisa? Bismillah, bisa, yuk, bisa. Aduh, Shang, kenapa Shang ini? Pertanyaannya itu adalah, bukannya ini quest, kenapa jadi Shang sendiri aing teh. Dah aja. Sepertinya di video kali ini kita tidak jadi, ini mau panas.
Behold!
Kita tidak jadi
Search for it! Quit following me.
quest Lantern Light karena ada yang harus kita selesaikan di video ini.
It's you two. What brings you here?
Shincho! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about
Ogos
something.
Singchu. Chu. Yeah?
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I don't know if I can say for sure.
Apapun bisa berguna.
I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits in bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name. All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
Thanks a lot, Shincho. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Shincho, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Qingyun Peak. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those 3 places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various novels written about her.
Terima kasih, Shincho.
You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration for the character, she may just be able to help me put the pieces together. It's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again. There were even rumors that she became extremely ill. I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover the truth.
Baiklah.
That's a deal. Perhaps, behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more fantastical than any work of fiction.
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Shincho. A drought, a nameless heroine, a life of seclusion. Wait, why does the story sound super familiar? Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too! Shincho, are droughts super common in Liyue or something?
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them, like by cultivating the soil or digging canals. So while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters. The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries. The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity, to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return. Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times. They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation. Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun and the others again. Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Shincho. Thank you so much for your help.
It's no problem at all. Safe travels.
Hati-hati di jalan. Mau kemana kita?
I can't wait to see my
Join the adventures.
Oh, di situ. Naik ke atas kah?
Squall Fury.
Di atas.
Behold!
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Malah minta lagu.
Thank you.
Lah Antam.
Straightward, Ping, what has amused you so?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world, and yet you appear just the same as ever.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making me a little nervous. What is it?
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor, not unlike the one that you yourself lead?
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that...
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking about?
Nothing save for some trivial matters. Have you unearthed any useful details?
Shinto has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Yundai have joined up with us again.
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
Thank you so much.
What do you think, Chuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa.
Maybe.
I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in our attic full of a bunch of weird sigils.
Ya, mungkin kita bisa langsung cek saja ya.
I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this cup. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains, thoroughly one with nature and at peace.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ya sudah. Ya sudah, kita rehat dulu.
Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you something?
Ya, tidak boleh.
Sure thing. What would you like to know?
I have a secret I want to tell you. Let's go talk over there.
Rahasia apa tuh? Pinggir mana? Sana. Rahasia apa?
What's wrong, Chuyu?
Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant, but are you guys all adepti in disguise?
Ini adeptus yang menyamar. Ya,
about that.
Wanita ini saja sih. Kenapa tanya begitu?
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Shen Yun call herself an adeptus.
Must have been a slip of the tongue. Shen Yun, since you were the one who, misspoke, Maybe you can explain to Shuyu here what you really meant by that.
One is indeed an Adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
Apakah masalah? Lah? Loh,
I knew it.
Kamu kok nggak kaget?
Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane. I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky.
Wow.
She put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed and my fever was gone. I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance. So, I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an Adeptus like that?
A pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown. Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Never has one met an Adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then? Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories. I'm really grateful for all your help.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one. Let's go to Wangshu Inn first!
Okay, I'll go get Granny.
Bentar. Aing masih rada bingung apa hubungan. Ini kan kita mau ngejalanin quest ini ya, 9 hari lagi ya, masih bisa. Sisa 3 hari. Kita kan mau ngejalanin quest ini. Terus ini kan tentang kenapa ada karakter yang terlibat dalam quest Shangling. Kenapa Shangling? Apa maksudnya Shangling terlibat? Paham aing deh.
Wangshu Inn. Wangshu Inn.
Inn? Oh.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious. And if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock. I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot of time looking out that window. Which room was it again? Let me look.
I'll come with.
Aku pernah lihatnya lobby sama dapurnya aja, nggak ada kamar-kamar gitu.
I'm still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait. Huh?
Huh? Apa? Huh?
Whoa! Shao! What are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look. If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot.
No.
I suppose there's no cause for concern. It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous form.
Aduh, sorry ya tadi. Aduh. Lupa ngetok. Kalau setengah jam harus diketok dulu, nanti layarnya mati. Dan kita di sini bertemu dengan Shao. Wow. Kamu sudah pernah ketemu dia yang kayak gini?
I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war?
Ya, gimana?
Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Kayak gimana?
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang continuous fire mechanism. Hands up and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
Apakah ini
An impressive imitation.
mirip? Hebat.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics. The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death. The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
A cloud retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
Yeah.
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape? When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fitting of choices.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor, and always in her avian form. Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago when she decided to don her human form. I believe it was for the purpose of...
One believes there is little need to relive bygone matters.
Granny, are you okay?
Back then, at this place,
Perhaps this conversation should end here. I shall take my leave now. Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name. However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in good hands.
Bye.
Everyone! I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Apa tuh?
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
Yeah.
A long time ago, I stayed here to recuperate from my illness.
Okay.
So what Shinjo said was true! You did fall ill! Was that why you went into hiding?
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me, and there was no cure for it. I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying, but I'm not even sure I knew why. One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills. He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
Apakah karena obat itu?
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago? And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
Hey, You're not useless. You've done so much for me. Watched me grow up. Raised me. How could you say that about yourself?
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated. That's all.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next location.
Next location. Next location. Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Dwayunkars next? There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? Oh, Paimon's got it. Let's check out the houses in the area first. After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all of Granny Wendai's memories in no time.
Oke, kita ke Jayanta. Sudah bisa kah? Perayaan. Mana. Perayaan Liyue, 8 sosok sakti menghadapi bencana tersembunyi. Bisa. Sisa 7 hari. No, sisa seminggu. Tidak. Ayo kita utamakan quest dalam batas waktu terlebih dahulu. Quest story yang bisa kapan-kapan saja. Jadi ini quest story sambil nyambur quest level Rite ya. Hutao?
Look, it's Hutao!
Yes.
She looks kind of troubled. Shall we go say hi? Hey! Stop right there, heroes!
Nah, ini Xiangling.
What the? Oh, Xiangling! I was just kidding around. Happy Lantern Rite. Hope I didn't scare ya. Nah, of course not. We were just about to go say hi to Hutao.
I noticed, which is why I stopped you. We can't disturb her now or we won't get to see the brand spanking new Director Who.
Apa? Director Hutao yang baru? Maksudnya?
Well, I gave her a new outfit as a gift, but she's so used to her uniform that she's hesitant to try it on.
Ooh, what kind of outfit is it?
A bright red one, of course. The color of prosperity and the color of Lantern Rite. But just so you're aware, Hutao's not really been herself lately. Whenever I invite her to hang out, she either finds an excuse not to come or spends the whole time staring into space. I've tried asking her what's wrong, but she won't even admit there's a problem. Anyway, so that outfit was my way of saying that I'm here as her friend, and I hope she'll feel better soon.
Paimon was just thinking that she looked kind of troubled.
Mungkin, makanya dia mundar-mandir. Kira-kira masalah apa yang sedang dihadapi? Lalu tiba-tiba kamu merasa ada yang dingin di wajahmu. Seseorang mengendap-endap dari belakang dan menutup matamu. Oke, surprise. Ayo tebak, siapa ini? Apa? Zongli. Emangnya bisa Zongli gitu? Selamat hari nonton Rite tertentu.
Wow, Hutao! Is that a new outfit? It looks great!
Hey! Mana suara Hutauku?
Hutao? Is that...
Oh, kagak ada. Oh, kagak ada suara Hutao. Bentar. Kenapa? Ternyata bukan aku aja ya. Ini emangnya kah atau emang versi voice actor Inggrisnya nggak ngisi kah? Atau gimana? Aku cari di Google ternyata emang gitu. Wow, ada apa ini? Kalau gitu kita harus pelan-pelan baca nih ya. Ini semua berkat Shangling, katanya ini dibuat khusus sama perancang baju dari Fontainebleau. Semoga nggak terlalu ngerepotin kamu karena baju ini.
Nope. The tailor happened to be in Liyue looking for a change of scenery and fresh inspiration. We got talking and really hit it off, so it was no trouble at all.
Oh, bagus deh. Makasih ya Shangling, seleramu bagus.
Oh, stop! I'm just glad you like it.
Tahu jadi bisu. Kenapa jadi gini lah? Cukup biasa kamu sih. Kita semua kenapa? Hah? Kenapa teman-teman nanya gitu dari nada suaraku ya? Kamu lagi seperti biasanya.
Your voice is as sweet as ever, Hutao, but we're your friends. You can't hide how you're feeling from us, no matter how hard you may try.
Merdu di bagian mananya tidak ada suara yang saya dengar, tolong. Bagaimana saya membayangkan, bahkan saya sudah lupa bagaimana suara Hutao. Iya deh, iya. Aku bukannya mau menyembunyikan sih. Bener kok. Cuma ya lagi pusing sama masalah kerjaan.
Work related? You mean the funeral parlor?
Iya, jadi kamu mengerti kan? Ini sudah bagian dari tugas direktur. Lagi pula sekarang lagi nonton Rite. Aku nggak mau kalian memikirkanku terus sampai nggak bisa nikmatin festivalnya. Jadi tenang saja, semua baik-baik saja kok. Direktur Hu selalu bisa menemukan solusinya.
You stressing about work? That's gotta be a first. Guess it must be something super complicated, huh?
Iya, pusing banget deh. Pusingnya tuh kayak aku lagi benturin kepala ke tembok berkali-kali. Yuk, coba kita cari ke Kecil. Mungkin dia tahu harus bagaimana.
Huh? You think Kuching would be able to help?
Sebenarnya bisa ngajarin dia pentingnya keseimbangan kerja dan istirahat.
Good idea! Especially since it's festival season. I heard the Ministry of Civil Affairs is putting on a street fair with loads of cool stuff to do. Forget about work for now, Hutao. Come have fun with us.
Yeah, take some time to relax and recover your energy. Then you'll knock this thing out in no time.
Aku juga maunya sih gitu, tapi sayangnya bentar lagi mau ketemu orang nih. Ini beneran kok, bukan kayak alasan buat nolak. Ini saja deh, kalian pergi duluan. Nanti pas sudah selesai aku susul. Gimana?
Okay, fair enough. But don't take too long. And after the fair, how about we all have a meal at Wanmin restaurant? My treat, of course.
Mantap. Aku mana mungkin melewatkan masakannya Shangling. Hihihi.
Me neither! Paimon's drooling already.
Sip, semoga semua lancar ya, Hutau. Tenang, kalian kalian sana bermain dulu. Aku nanti susul kalau sudah kelar. Sepertinya kita harus mendownload Jepang atau negara sangat disayangkan ternyata kita tidak bisa mendengar suara Hutau. Kita ambil dulu.
Too slow.
Kita ubah tracing ke penuh. Mungkin udahan dulu aja kan ya, karena
too slow.
Ad Astra Abyssal. Thank you for completing today's. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Yang VE Jepang. Kalau di PC banyaknya berapa? Audio, data, lainnya, bahasa, pengisi suara, Jepang. Kenapa Jepang lebih berat daripada bahasa yang lain? 18 GB. Kalau Mandarin sama Korea 14 GB. Bahkan Korea lebih ringan daripada Mandarin. Apakah kita akan download suara hotel versi Mandarin, versi originalnya ya, Liyue Cina Mandarin, atau bahasa Jepang atau Korea? Baiklah, nanti akan kita putuskan. Sayang banget ada suara hotel. Baiklah.
Bye.